This is the main dashboard page that you see when you first log into Inlinks. I'm showing this for a free account, so there's a subscribe button up here because we'd love you to subscribe, but even if you have a paid account, it's a similar sort of layout. So what can you do from this screen? Well, mainly you can do three things really. You can create a new content brief, which means try and create content, a brief so that you can write content that's going to be optimized for a particular keyword or key phrase, or you can add a website into your system. And the difference between these two depends a little bit on whether you're a writer that's writing for multiple people and you're trying to write the content and then you're going to sell it to somebody else or give it to somebody else, or whether you are an agency or a website owner and you have one or more websites. If you have a website already, then you would probably start by adding a new project. So let's add a new project here, and let's say you wanted to add one. I'm going to put in and you need to select a market. The reason you need to select a market, I'm going to choose I'll choose New Zealand just because I can. The reason that we choose a market is that when we're looking up things using Google's Search API, Google's Search API requires us to say which country we're looking up Google search results for. So you have to set a country. If you don't have one in mind, then perhaps just choose the United States. Now, I wouldn't pull in the retrieve first 20 top pages for most people. I would retrieve your pages after you've set up the account, unless you know what you're doing and unless you've got a paid account, because retrieving the first 20 pages will mean that we then run our natural language program over all of those 20 pages and it uses up most of your free allowance particularly, but also you may not get the 20 pages that are most important to your site. So you can then press submit and then it will create a project and take you to the dashboard for the project, rather than the main dashboard. And we'll come back to that in a different video at a different time. But now back on the main dashboard here, you've got a project called dixonjones.com. The other project that's in here is called Content Briefs, and that's a special place to keep briefs that you may create which are not associated with any particular website. So if you wanted to create a page, then you could do that. You can say I want to create some content around the phrase digital marketing in the Singapore market, but you don't need to put a website into here. If you do put one into here, then it will try and associate it, but ultimately you can then just press that and it will go and create the brief for you, which again we'll come back to later. So now it's created a brief and it's put the brief in the special project called Content Briefs, and you'll be able to see it by clicking on Content Briefs and digging into there. The other things that happen on this screen on the left hand side here is our trend tool, and that's an easy access to trending data. The marketing category is free, where we're tracking on a daily basis something like nearly 900 different topics and the interest in those topics. And then if you have a paid account, you'll be able to also drill into these other verticals as well and see what's happening on a day-to-day basis with different tools, and you'll get onto that later. And then in the account section, you are able to do a number of things. Of course, you're able to upgrade, but you're also able to see how many pages you've got in your current plan. This is the free plan. It's got a maximum of 25 pages, but it's got 25 credits as well. Every time you upload a page, it'll take a credit as well, and so that will renew every month. So you've got a little idea of what you can do here, and if you want to subscribe here, then that will take that up to over 100 pages and give you a lot more functionality, of course. In My Account, when you do have an account, you can also use that section to upgrade your credit, change your credit card, and those kind of things as well. So this is the main starting screen, but quite often people just add a project and then dive into that website and work from that website.